Professor of Binary Economics Rodney Shakespeare joins us now from the British capital, London. Mr. Shakespeare, first of all, give us your thoughts on the rally for peace.
The people of this country are being dreadfully deceived. It will never be enough to have more police officers and more MI5 intelligence officers. Nor will it be enough to say we must get used to it. How dare anybody say we must get used to it? What we have to do is to identify the cause. And the cause is to say, well, what is it that results in a young man believing that if he kills other people, particularly women and children, that he will be rewarded in heaven by Allah or God? That belief comes out of one place and one place only. It is institutionalized in the beliefs and philosophy and practices of Takfiri, Salafist, Wahhabism in Saudi Arabia. It is then propagated, perpetuated, propagandized right the way throughout the world in mosques, madrasas, on the internet, and in secret ways. And 3 countries are involved in supporting that. America is supporting that in Saudi Arabia. Israel is supporting that in Saudi Arabia. And my country, where I am now, the United Kingdom, is supporting that. All those 3 countries are involved in the propagation of that belief that a young man kills women and children, he will go to heaven. We have to reverse British foreign policy in a very specific way, which means the ending of the regime in Saudi Arabia, because that regime and Wahhabism are linked inextricably. In the Second World War, we had Spitfires, bombers, Ack guns, searchlights. The Germans got through and destroyed the wonderful city of Coventry near Birmingham. As a baby, I was held up and saw at night, like daylight, East End of London on fire. What did we do? We had to go to Germany. And with the Russians, who took the most of it, we destroyed the regime in Germany. We have to do the same thing in Saudi Arabia, or we'll live in fear for the rest of our lives.
Mr. Shakespeare, another thing that's a cause for concern is the fact that the MI5 had flagged this Manchester assailant as having tendencies, radicalization tendencies, and being suspect to carrying out terrorist attacks. The authorities surely have to answer for ignoring that report, as now 22 people have died as a result of the attack.
I'm sorry, I don't think that's quite what we should do, because you see, blaming MI5, and they may well have failures, but blaming them isn't going to solve it. In the Second World War, we had bravery, incredible, I saw them, Spitfires, Hurricanes, putting their lives on the line all over the place. And yet the Germans, Nazis still got through and destroyed Coventry and destroyed London. In this case, we have to have the officers, we have to have them up to the mark, doing things properly, of course we do, but we have to focus on the thing which matters, which is destroying the cause. A cause, the basic force behind this, we are supporting. We are crawling to Saudi Arabia because a few people in this country benefit from arms sales. The Americans are crawling to Saudi Arabia because a few people benefit from arms sales. And the Israelis support Saudi Arabia because Israel wants all the countries of the Middle East smashed into pieces so that Israel can expand. We must focus on the issue. It has to be the end of the Takfiri, Salafist, Wahhabi regime in Saudi Arabia, or we live in fear for the rest of our lives.
Thank you, sir. Professor of Binary Economics, Mr. Rodney Shakespeare, joining us from London.